All right. Good evening or happy late night, everybody. It's 10:51 over here. This is my first podcast. Brew and Orange. That's what we're going to call this thing, and we're going to do it as long as y'all will allow me to. First part of this name is Brew. So let's go ahead and get that kicked off. What I got here right now, Cryotropic from Tampa Bay Brewing Company. They have two locations, one in Ybor and one in West Chase. I went to the Ybor one tonight. They treated me great. They we'll listen to that, followed all of the COVID-19 health procedures, social distancing. They wore masks, so you can feel safe and go in there and get some good beer. So let's pour this up. My plan is I will drink this. We'll go ahead. I will rate it. Obviously, I can already tell by looking at it and the smell, I'm going to highly recommend this. And then I will go right onto my Untapped app that I have, and I'll go ahead and rank that. And y'all can always find my Untapped account at Brew and Orange on the Untapped. I've got over 600 something check-ins on that. So we're going to go ahead and make one more. So let's get this poured up real quick. Ooh, there it is. Very nice. So obviously, once we get done rating this beer, we're going to get talking about some Florida Gator recruiting. As some out there are saying, what recruiting is Florida doing? So that's that'll be the topic of conversation. So here we go. We have, again, Cryotropic from Tampa Bay Brewing Company. Right here in my home city, born and raised, right here. Drive 15 minutes, boom, grab your 4-packs. And I got another one from that same place tomorrow night coming at you. So here we go. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, very, very good, very drinkable. Let's see, what do we got here for the ABV, because that's a problem. It's so good. 7%. So may want to take these a little slow, but this bad boy is drinkable, very tasty, highly recommended. Go to the Ybor site or the West Chase one. And shout out to Tampa Bay Brewing Company for the shirt. Can we see that? There it is, fresh, looking nice. Thanks for the shirt. I greatly appreciate that. And thanks for the follow on Twitter today. Makes like one follower for me, so we're really getting up there. All right, so let's start talking about Florida and their what seems like an inability to kind of recruit the state of Florida right now. So I follow some boards. I'm pretty active, just trying to stay up to date. Where are these kids going to pick? If you've been to my website, kind of like a fanboy with this recruiting thing, not sure what got me into it, but it's exciting stuff, sometimes not, which is what we're about to talk about. So right now, if you pull up the state of Florida, obviously hotbed for recruits. Skill positions, defensive backs. We got wide receivers, quarterbacks, everybody. However, Florida's not getting those guys right now. You got to scroll all the way down to number 16 to find Florida's first in-state recruit. However, on your way down to number 16, you're going to pass 5 Alabama already commits or trending to Alabama. It's a problem. Even if you are Alabama, that's fine. You're going to have your way with pretty much whoever you want. But Dan Mullen, hey, we gotta land some of these guys. Which brings me to my next thing. We had three Palmetto guys that from Palmetto High that we were trending towards. Leonard Taylor, Corey Collier, and Jason Marshall. Maybe we land one, maybe we land none. You never know at this point. However, we know Leonard Taylor is going to announce tomorrow. Chances are he's picking Miami. That's kind of what everyone's talking about right now. Jason Marshall, out of nowhere, he is trending away as well. Now it's looking like Miami and Alabama. Our only hope, and I see my buddy Pat here going with the Go Tigers, to each his own. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to think Corey Collier picked Florida on the 10th. I say that because I just, you follow the social media. And of course, right now his Twitter is heavy Florida. So that's going to be kind of my gauge on that. But 1 out of 3, you should be having all 3 of those guys. You were trending, you were leading for those guys up until this case. Get another sip, getting a little parched here. So, another interesting thing that I dug up. Since 2018, in the state of Florida, Florida has only pulled in 7. That's right. They have only pulled in 7 top 15 state recruits since 2018 in the state of Florida. And remember what I said earlier? This year, Miami's got 5. Or Alabama's got 5. Miami's probably got the same amount of number. So probably no need to correct that, especially after they land Jason Marshall and Leonard Taylor coming up. So, I know this is Brew and Orange. It's a Gator. It's a Gator podcast. It's a beer podcast. I love my Gators. However, they're just not doing it right now on the trails. If you're going to beat the Georgias, you're going to beat the Alabamas, you're going to beat the Clemsons, you're going to have to recruit your home state. You can't let those guys come in. I think it was Dan Mullen when he came in. We're going to build the fence around the state. And I think even Tim Brewster said that when we got him. Fence has got holes in it. They're crawling underneath it. They're jumping over it. Needed to hire a new fence company. I don't know. So what else do we got here? So the issue is right now, out-of-state teams are pillaging. That goes for LSU. You can see the top recruits. Tennessee's got, I think, the number 2 in-state player. We got to clean this up. Right before I actually came on here, Twitter put out an interesting thing. Per 247 Sports, the top spenders in recruiting for the in college football right now. Number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Alabama. Number 3, Tennessee. That's an issue. We just talked about all 3 of those teams, how they're having their way with the state. Number 10 is LSU. Some way, somehow, Florida State's number 7, and you know who's not in the top 10 and spending money? That would be UF. So obviously, with everything I've said, there's we can come up with a bunch of different theories for why we can't keep these people in the state this year. Maybe COVID-19 has something to do with it. Parents are convincing these players, or convincing their kids to stay home instead of going off somewhere, even if Florida's only a couple hours up the road up there. So I'm not buying that one, because I think just the other day we've had Ohio State clinch some guys. You're having all sorts of teams who are capitalizing during this dead period, but somehow Florida's not. So I'm not buying the COVID-19 excuse. I just don't think they have the energy, the drive. I don't think the staff is committed. I think Dan Mullen has a popular theory here on the boards is that Dan Mullen is very comfortable with his staff. They're great developers of talent. Okay, that's fine. Florida is 22-5 in the last 2 seasons under Dan Mullen. I say that because Miami's 13-13, and they're about to sign 2 big-time recruits that Florida was once leading for. Hometown kids are not for Miami. Florida's got to wrap them up. So that's just kind of where I'm sitting right now, in my opinion. There are some guys who are grossly underrated in the state of Florida. Desmond Watson, grossly underrated. Burke, wide receiver, he just committed. Underrated. He's going to jump up in the rankings. But is that going to be enough for us to put this behind us as Gator fans? I don't think so. Now, of course, if we go into a heavy-loaded SEC schedule and we win 10, 11 games, are we all going to be super pumped? Of course. After the last 2 years of success, are we going to believe that the results on the field are going to give us success in the recruiting rankings? Hasn't been the case. So you have to take what you will from that. So again, Leonard Taylor is going to announce tomorrow. I think it's on CBS Sports. He's supposed to pick between Miami and Florida. We kind of already know where that's heading. Collier's going to announce on the 10th. That's between LSU, Miami, and Florida. I think people from the LSU camp are pretty confident. People from Florida are very confident. Miami themselves are confident, and why not? They're on a roll right now. I think they just landed Jason Williams not too long ago, and he was training to Georgia the whole time. That was a pretty big shocker for everybody. So, right now they've got some work to do. It's hard to be optimistic when you're sitting. Let me look here. Florida's got 23 recruits with an average ranking of 89, sitting at number 10. 23 recruits in August. But you look up the rankings, and you got people like Tennessee with only 16 recruits. You got people like North Carolina with only 16 recruits, but they've got an average ranking of 91. So there's holes here. I mean, it is no secret that Mullen is recruiting better than McElwain. We get that. Plenty of data out there, plenty of facts. But Georgia's not getting worse. Alabama's not getting worse. Tennessee seems to be getting better. So if we're going to win those games and win them the way you're supposed to when Florida plays Tennessee, even when Florida plays Kentucky, shoot, that was a tough game the last 3 years. That game seems to always get us when we outmatch them on every aspect, on the field, on paper. Shouldn't be that way. So do I think that Florida's going to sit at number 10 for the remainder of this recruiting session? I don't. They're going to pick up a few guys here. Recruiting's fickle. These kids are in high school. They've got a lot of people in their ears. A lot of people. These kids are at home now. They're not able to take visits. So it is what it is right now. We're going to have to wait a little bit. Early signing period's right around the corner. So I know I said a lot here in the last 11 minutes. Let me backtrack back to the beer. As you can see, I haven't really put a dent in this bad boy yet. So good. So you go to my Untapped, you're going to see that this bad boy is an easy 4 for me. That's an easy 4. And I think I can hear through the computer Pat laughing right now. He hates Untapped. Understandable, but it is what it is. This thing is delicious. I'm giving it a 4 right now. So, boom, we've checked it in, and we're good to go. So I recommend go to Tampa Bay Brewing Company. Show these local breweries. Show them some love. Put some money back in the economy right now during these tough times for all these people. You can feel safe going there. They're going to keep you social distance. I sat at the bar, wasn't even near anybody. It was a great time. I have another beer from Tampa Bay Brewing Company tomorrow. So I would definitely recommend coming back in. I kept this one short. It's my first ever podcast. I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants right now. So I appreciate your time. Please go ahead and check out brewandorange.com. Simple website. I posted my first ever blog on there today as well. You'll at the bottom of the page, you'll see my social platforms that you can find me on. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Same thing, easy to find, Brew and Orange. Please, I appreciate your time. Thanks for listening. And we're gonna be back tomorrow, probably around the same time, because I don't know if I'll be able to drink a 7% beer too early. So same time tomorrow. Go Gators. Let's go, Dan Mullen. And how about we get a running back one of these classes coming up? And shout out to, again, Tampa Bay Brewing Company. Thanks for the shirt. Looking fresh. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to get shirts from all these breweries around town as I do these podcasts. Really kind of shine the light on these local breweries. It's really important. So everyone stay safe, stay healthy, wear your masks, please. I know it's annoying, but let's keep our loved ones, let's keep everyone safe and healthy. Go Gators, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.